New York City, a place of opportunity, skyscrapers, and attractive places to shop. There are definitely many reasons why this place is known as the greatest city in the world, but there are some things about New York that are often overlooked when we talk about the city. Air pollution is not only dangerous, but is unseen to the eye. Other than pollution from buses and cars, which is also a very big problem, it has been proven that air pollution is also very harmful in other aspects of life. I am Jidobi Chime, and I want to get to the bottom of this and find out different solutions to solve this problem. I got a chance to talk with Annie Willis and Umaima Mazum, who are both alumni of Global Kids. When it comes to air pollution, there's like this chemical called PM 2.5, which it's a chemical, it's a particle that travels through the air, and it can really like cause like damage to your lungs. So when it comes to that, like, what do you think we could do to protect ourselves?
New York are kind of trapped in their area. Like, for example, like in the Bronx, like we have a lot of highways and then sanitation stations. I know one organization, We Act, they actually like protest about having like bus depots in Harlem, right? So it also starts with that. Like New York City has enough funding to like change all our buses to be more sustainable. So just cutting emissions that way also helps.
Well, I think it's a matter of having, I don't know exactly how that apart, like what we can do. I'm not very educated on that particle, but from everything I've seen, I think what we can do is contact our elected officials, get our elected officials to do an investigation into this issue and figure out for the scientists and things to figure out a way to help us help ourselves, if that makes sense. So I think as a community, it's to bring awareness of this issue and awareness of this particle so that people are aware of what's going on in their food and what's going on to their bodies just by living and breathing. And then by that, you will see that government can take action, begin investigations. And by the government starting investigations, they're able to then find a proper solution to this.
That's true. What do you think we could do as like citizens to help improve the situation when it comes to air pollution, and especially in New York City?
One, hold your elected officials accountable for the air pollution that's happening in New York City. Two, urge them to invest in renewable energy. Like New York City, so one of the renewable energies that New York City can have is solar and water, and wind also. And I took a class, so my minor is environmental science, and I heard that like in one day the sun gives off enough energy to power the plant for like a long time. So invest in renewable energy, and also just like be mindful of your carbon footprint. You can do this by, instead of taking that extra Uber, walk, right? Or so I know like New York gets like a lot of grief about our public transit, but we actually have like one of the best public transits in the world. So take public transit more often. Also, if you're renting, urge your landlord to also invest in renewable energy. It would cut your bill, right? So it's cost efficient. And little simple things like change your light bulb, like invest in the future. Like it's not too difficult.
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing is educate yourself as much as possible. At the end of the day, I feel like because like I said before, I had no idea how important this was until I was told, and then that's when I start thinking about the actions, and that's when like after that I became like such a big recycling freak because I'm like I realized how climate change affected me. So it's like I feel like as you learn things, you're more cautious of your actions, and when it comes to issues like air pollution, I feel like it's hard for people in New York City. Okay, it's hard for people. I'm sorry, you were gonna say something. Okay, it's hard for people in New York City because it's like, you know, especially in places that are very urbanized, because it's like you can't, like, you walk outside and you have pollution everywhere. It's like everything's cramped. So I think as everyday citizens, for your own health, I think it's more of just like exploring places out. If you're able to explore places outside of New York City and things like that, like small things for your own self. And I think, again, like as a community, gather your community together, build like a local garden, a local community garden, you know, and then everyone comes and plants their own fruits and vegetables, and that not only shows like sustainability, but you're bringing a community together, and then that alone, like, you're teaching your kids how to be like better citizens to the earth.